Now we'll look at the other really key element besides the players, and that is the ball. Because without players and a ball, there's no game whatsoever, no chance for a game. Now what is it that the ball gives us in terms of learning that if we take the ball out, the kids can't learn? Well, the first thing is that it gives you the main moments. Remember that back on that other video. That in possession, losing possession, opponents in possession, now regaining possession. It's the ball that gives you that basic element. The other thing it gives you, along with the main moments now, is a basic task. Here even in 2 versus 2. The basic task for this player is, I have the ball, what am I going to do? And the basic task for this player is, I'm supporting the player, what am I going to do? For the 2 Reds, same thing. They have a basic task, what are they going to do? Oh, I don't have the ball anymore. You have the ball. We've just switched tasks. So when the ball changes either in the teams or inside a team, everything changes in the game. Now this creates a demand for the players to learn how to go through these transitions, whether it's the 4 main moments, whether it's the change in the jobs, the positioning on the field. This requires thinking. It requires the players to analyze, read what's going on. It requires an element of sense making for the situation. That's something that cannot be done without the ball or by players taking turns. The transitions are an integral part of the game and learning. Now the next thing we have here in the ball is something that's really overlooked in soccer, and that's just a pump and a needle. How many times can you go out to a field or even before a game and you can hear kids hitting something that is seriously underinflated? One of the key complaints that you hear from coaches of premier teams, even national teams or the professional, the high-level college teams, is a lousy first touch. Players have a lousy first touch. Well, think about how that could be impacted if coaches would simply take a pump and a needle and inflate the ball. And as a matter of fact, overinflate the ball. Because now you're giving the players something to really concern themselves with than just giving them the crutch of a dead ball to kick around. Another way to adjust the ball is through the composition of the ball or even the size of the ball. If you have 14, 15-year-old kids and they're playing with a size 5, give them a size 3 once in a while. Throw it out there. See what happens. See how they adjust to it. If you have kids playing with a size 3, get the little size 1 or size 2, even a tennis ball. Let them play with that. You can adjust the composition of the ball. You can get a futsal ball, play on a hard surface. That way, the futsal ball is a dead ball. It rolls slower. It doesn't go quite as far, and it actually makes control for inexperienced kids a little bit easier. It is a great tool to help in positional play. A Brazilian footy ball is a dense rubber ball with a lot of bounce. It will bounce for a long time, but it doesn't go real far. Just think of those old red rubber playground balls that you had in elementary school. How you could bounce it and it just wouldn't stop bouncing, but you couldn't throw it hard any distance whatsoever. It's like that. Now that's a ball that if you give to kids on a hard court, gives them different problems. Now their control is being tested and improved, and that's the type of thing you want to do just in that situation. A volleyball is another great tool. When you're introducing kids to heading a ball, don't give them a regular ball to head. Let them develop their confidence by heading a volleyball. You want to take the volleyball, pump it up nice and full, so that it has a real feel to it and they can actually strike it, and then they get the feedback from the strike as to what they're doing. If they're really shy and you want to take a extra step, there are things called volleyball trainers, which are oversized and even lighter. And they're a great tool to help kids learn heading the ball and even bending the ball at times. They can start to get some of the mechanics down on things like that. Now another thing on the ball is the number of balls. So here we have a little training session, 2 versus 2, basic game, goals at opposite ends. Coach is over here, and there's a large supply of balls right next to him. So as the players play, up the ball goes out, the coach immediately puts a new ball in. Wherever the coach wants to do, you can give it to the team that's in possession or just play it out free. Player takes it, I shoot wide over there, no problem. Coach puts a new ball in. Player dribbles, loses in a tackle, goals scored, no problem. I put a new ball in. What happens then are those periods of time where the game dies when the kids are chasing the ball, after a goal, when there's any kind of stoppage in play, and the kids are able to relax and go, oh, like, okay, no big deal. Now I've got about 10-15 seconds I can sit back here and watch. The coach eliminates that. All it takes is a good supply of balls right on hand. Now there are times when a coach will work without a ball on very specific problems for individual players with specific needs. There'll be times where a coach can play a game with 3 or 4 balls on the field, and that'll be all right too. That'll be to achieve some other objective. But if you believe that the coach's role is to help the players play better soccer, and that a soccer coach coaches soccer and not something else, then you're going to have 1 ball on the field at any one time. Those other times we'll look at in other videos.